What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of Alternate Heads, the Toy Talking Podcast. And for the first time, if you're watching our charity stream for Extra Life on Twitch, you're getting a live version of the show, which we never do because we do a lot of post-production work, and we still will. If you want to see what a fully functional Alternate Heads episode looks like, then you need to tune in Monday morning when we do this. Hopefully, if I'm not like completely dead from this 25-hour stream.
I think the only big difference between like the live show now is just that when we get to the news segment, there aren't going to be pretty pictures that pop up in front of us. You'll just hear me reading off of our.
Yeah, you're going to hear our voices a lot more. Anyway, I am Jason the X. Over on the table, we have Near and Bryce.
Howdy.
And we got to go ahead and just get this out of the way right now. We entered into a contest. Bryce, would you prefer to go ahead and just go ahead and let us know what the results of that contest were, and what are those things on the table? One of them looks like it's got some squigglies on it.
Yeah. We got a great package from Mego Corporation, and we did win a Mego Ambassador video contest recently. Alternate Heads did submit a video, and this is the benefit that you see before us for our hard work. We have, for our third place video entry for Mego and the 8-inch format for the retro cloth, we submitted a Star Trek video. And if you want to check it out, I hope we'll put a link to it in this Alternate Heads episode. So check it out. It's a 90-second video. It's really great. So Marty Abrams and his team rewarded our hard work and efforts with this package of 3 Star Trek The Wrath of Khan action figures. And Marty was kind enough to sign Commander Spock, this beautiful figure right here. They're all 3 great updated sculpts from the original Mego line and MC Toys when we're talking about Khan. These are the figures I've been wanting since 1982. So Mego has brought them to us in full 8-inch retro glory here in 2019. 37 years later, I'm glad to get them. They are beautiful. If you don't have these yet, seek them out online. Get them. You will not be disappointed. They look so good in person and in hand. These are fantastic sculpts. I want to thank Marty Abrams. I want to thank Rachel Baker, the seamstress, Andrew Kovalt, Andy Kovalt, for the updated sculpts. These things are fantastic. I can't say enough nice things about these figures. So yay, Alternate Heads. Yay, Mego Ambassador page. Check it out on Facebook. Mego Corp is on Instagram and Facebook. So check it out. They got a lot of great toys.
Why are we being so gracious? We did not win first place. We need to go. Oh, I'm so mad. Kids. That's why I hate kids.
Yeah, we were really hoping to win first place, and in all honesty, I remember telling the guys, you know, when I found out we won third place as opposed to first, I remember thinking I didn't want to get out of bed, and I wanted to.
I'm just depressed.
I wanted to. I wanted to go back in time and somehow.
I think that was your problem. Is you were so depressed, you let your guard down, and that's why you were gone for so long.
Okay, we won. Whatever.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed, but I am happy for everyone who actually participated, because it makes Mego a better brand when you have so many people participating and loving the product. So, but yeah, I wasn't suffering from real depression. Just to be clear.
Stop being gracious.
But I
hate these people. I don't know what all this. We're happy that everyone participated. No, I hate them people. I hate them.
I'm a better human being for knowing that we need all the other Mego collectors out there to enjoy this product and participate. So thank you to Mego, and thank you, Marty. And I'm looking forward to the next Ambassador video contest, hopefully soon.
Stay down.
I'm just I'm better. I'm just not a human being.
No, in all honesty, I was bitter.
I have evolved.
Also, I would like to point out the other person that did help us in that contest is sitting in the room. All the female voiceover work was provided by Cora of the Super Cool Nerd Show and Anime TV, and she's sitting over there cussing about playing as a goose.
Yes, thank you, Cora, for your efforts.
Y'all are also catching this during our 24-hour live stream. Did she just drop an F-bomb?
Yeah, the more she curses, the more editing you have to do for the actual
Okay.
one that drops. That's why we have a censor button.
So anyway, oh yeah, whoopee.
So
we almost won. That's what I could say.
Okay, Jason. We'll move on to our next segment.
Well, hold on. I just want to say one more thing. I am still bitter, but it's slightly dwindling.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet victory or lack thereof. But these figures are fantastic. So I'm looking forward to displaying them.
And then,
okay,
as we move into things people actually collect now,
I'm insulted, and I will be giving you a harsh payback via email. Can you please supply me your email?
No. Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and start off. So this week, we actually put a little vlog video up on the channel as well.
We were out the last time we decided to do alternate heads. We were gone for a little while. You were out of town.
Yes.
So we were told. That's the official story so far. But ultimately, we also had a lot going on the weekend that we were supposed to be doing alternate heads anyway. We were supposed to have a guest, but things just didn't line up the way that we wanted it to. Plus, there were 2 conventions going on at the same time, which we ultimately went to both of them. And we talked about that on Super Cool Nerd Show as well. Because we went to Retro Palooza. We went to Fan Days, which...
Might as well not have.
Yeah.
We went. That's all that matters is that we could have done alternate heads, but we didn't. So we, instead of doing alternate heads, we did go to those conventions. And then ultimately, Jason and I put up a toy hunting video because we wanted to start doing a little bit more toy hunting, mixed with the fact that, since there was no actual alternate head episode, we still wanted to give you that toy goodness. So we decided to watch Jason cry as he sold off his prized possessions.
I just had to come to grips with SH Fig Arts has left that line behind. I'm not going to finish teams, but my new Lord and Master is Power Rangers Lightning Collection. They're going to give me what I need when I want it. So
yeah, that's part of the stuff we're going to talk to today. So
let's go ahead and go over to Toy Cam because
boy, this is what happens when we don't talk about toys for like a month, basically.
Okay, so because a lot of ours cross over. Okay, about the Fig Arts are traded out. I got a pretty good price down at Dallas Vintage Toys. There's a plug for them. They're, we like them. They're good. They got some good stuff over there. But I put a lot of that. I didn't even put my other.
Yeah, one of them's still down, but we can always get it down later.
Yeah,
it's in the toy hunting video. You show what you got.
Third-party bludgeon figure. I don't have it unboxed, but I need to post a picture. But I did go back and get a Soul of Chigokin Voltron over there. That thing is great. I did get to review one of these for the channel. It was from a friend of mine named Mia, and I had to get my own after getting a hold of hers. That didn't sound good at all. But
welcome to stream.
Wow.
This is for charity.
Considering things that I say to Cora, that really didn't sound well. Anyway, but the Soul of Chigokin Voltron, Bryce, you got to get a lift of this thing. The die-cast in it.
The only thing I'm disappointed about this figure is the weapons, because everything about it feels so good. It's made out of die-cast. It moves really well, but the giant sword, while it looks phenomenal, feels very cheap.
It needs to be light, so
it just feels cheap. It feels like one of those cheaper plastics that if I peeled it off, it would be like that. Opaque. Duh, of course not. But that's just the way that it feels. That's the only thing that I think was a disappointment especially for what you paid for it.
I do have a review of that on the channel too. If you want
$900.
No, don't ever speak that close to the microphone again. It does come with a nice base for everything, which is great. But yeah, this is my pickup. I was hoping to have something else here, but unfortunately, I messed up on the ordering from my favorite shop, Toy Dojo, and shout out to them. I called them up and they got it fixed right away. But it's a Fans Toys Jabber, which is their take on a Masterpiece Blur. It's a good figure. We'll have it up for the next alternate heads.
I didn't lift it up, by the way, earlier because I didn't want to disturb the
because everything just falls over.
Yeah, but I do want to pick it up and handle it later.
I'll need to get the vehicle Voltron too. She did not audibly groan over there when I said vehicle
Oh, you
vulture.
heard it.
There it is. There it is. A couple of let's see. I did get the 3-pack with Cyclops, Wolverine, and Jean Grey. We finally get a new take on Jean Grey, a Bone Claws Wolverine, and a bomber jacket wearing Cyclops, which is pretty cool.
They were pretty cool. I really liked them. I ordered mine off of GameStop, and of course it showed up the next day. But the day I ordered it, it was the day they also showed up in stores, which is fine. I just waited an extra day. It wasn't like a super rush thing because a lot of it's a lot of reuse, except for the new pieces that we get here and there. It's the Jean Grey that I mainly picked it up for. Ultimately, it's a nice pack. I like it.
Also got the
love the hair sculpt on Jean Grey. Sorry,
there's 2 heads on there. You need to see the other one too.
I use the other head because I have the ponytail look on her.
And also the Polaris and Havoc 2-pack, which I love the 2-packs those come in because I have those collector cards.
I don't. I throw it's all garbage between me and the toys.
Yeah, those that light blue packaging, I really dig it. But also the figures for that one are good. I wish they had given Havoc the little cuffs.
Yeah, we talked about this as a thing that we were worried about before when we got the promotional pictures. The hands are too small for the figure.
She got the cuffs, he didn't.
They look good. Like, even with the smaller hands, it still looks good. I love the Havoc. I love the jacket it comes with. Ultimately, it's a good figure.
Yeah.
It's just the cuffs would have hid that giant gap that it's got. And
the other shared, the one that we got,
Danny Moonstar.
Well, is Danny on the table?
Danny's on the table.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Okay. Finally found that one. I don't need 3 of them after getting a hold of the rain.
So the thing about it is I do want 3 still, but
you fool.
The problem is how long it took us to find it that I had given up. I basically started posting stuff online. I forgot what it was that I was posting to try to give like shout outs to the people in the toy community to say like to help out. Maybe one day you guys will do the same for us. Here's a favor. Always reach out. Not 5 minutes after I made that post, someone was like, hey, I know where a Danny Moonstar is near you. And I was like, oh, great. What is it? And they told me. I called. They had it. They put it on hold for me. It was great. I wanted it mainly for Wolfsbane. And the problem is the neck was too long and there's not enough of a hole for Wolfsbane. So while everything looks fine, it just looks weird. Like I would probably have to go in there with a Dremel and just like bring it down, but I can't do that. And I'm not going to do that right now. But it's one of those things where I like the Danny Moonstars. I like the idea of eventually owning all 3, but I'm not doing it anytime soon.
And the other shared release, and this is on my top 10 list for the year. The Jurassic Park Velociraptor. I love this thing.
It's a good figure.
The little bandana actually came from my job. They did a barbecue at my job, and for some reason the invitations had these little bandanas on them. And I happened to have the Velociraptor on my desk, and I'm like, boom, we'll make it more ridiculous. I'm going to put it on Deadpool's scooter. I love this figure, man.
The figure's phenomenal. What's hilarious is because it comes from Mattel. And Mattel's figures, as we all know, haven't been like top of the line anything ever.
You mean shit?
Yeah. So like they even changed, which is one of the figures we'll talk about next to in the Jurassic Park line was the Ian Malcolm, but the posability on the Raptor is phenomenal.
This thing, I almost went out and bought another one, but you convinced me to wait until they make the recolor of blue.
Yeah, because we already know that it's coming, so they're going to make blue, so we're going to get another Raptor anyway, which is just phenomenal because I love blue to begin with, but then the posability, the Raptor's phenomenal.
It's got so many ball joints.
And you can move it. It has more posability than certain Marvel Legends.
And a bendy tail.
Yeah, part of it's a bendy tail.
And it even comes with that nice stand, but you don't even really need it. The joints are...
It gets a little graphic when you try to use that stand, too. I mean, where the peg hole is.
It goes up his cloaca. Also, I got to say cloaca on an episode of Alternate Head. So don't be interrupting the show, you murderer. Anyway,
what did I do?
We're going to have a live Q&A segment with you here in a little bit.
So anyway,
we found Bryce.
That's pretty much the shared stuff that I have. I need to stop shaking the desk when I talk because that camera's hooked up to it. Near, go ahead and take it away with the other things since we share a lot of stuff.
We have been out for such a long time that we'll start with the Jurassic Park figures as well. I picked up both the Raptor as well. I ultimately picked up Ian Malcolm just to go along with it. Ian's a good figure. It doesn't have a whole lot of posability. One of the biggest complaints that I had with Ian is the fact that they changed the articulation scheme. They gave us the first one. They were like, oh, you're going to get toe articulation. You're going to get double jointed elbows. Like it was one of the things that I have always wanted from Mattel. And then they didn't do it. They completely changed it. And it doesn't look bad. It doesn't feel bad. It's a still decent figure. It's just not what they showed us to begin with. Other things that we ultimately ended up coming across, you can see that I have Michael and Dwight from The Office. I also have Pam. Fat Mojo has started making $10 Office figurines, and they're right here on the front of the table. I forgot Pam at home, but they did make Michael and Dwight in Series 1, and they're phenomenal for what they are. They look hilarious. They came with accessories. I picked up that whole set. I can't wait for Series 2. They just look good. So you can find those at Target now.
Now we need an Office play set.
They made an Office Lego set.
All right.
They had a lot of Office related stuff. They also had like Dundies and stuff like that there. It was hilarious. Going back to GameStop, I picked up the recently packed Deadpool and Hitmonkey 2-pack. That was the Miami Vice ones. They're okay. Deadpool uses the Nick Fury body. It's all right. I mean, the Hitmonkey wasn't anything to write home about. I was really excited about it beforehand. I wasn't as excited when I picked it up, but I'm glad I have it because I never owned Hitmonkey before. But it seemed like $40 for Hitmonkey alone was just outrageous. Wasn't he a Build-A-Figure too?
He was a Build-A-Figure. I actually have him.
That's ridiculous. Moving on, I also ordered the brand new Avengers Endgame wave for Bro Thor. So I finally got those in. They're hitting Walmarts now, I believe. Not in Texas because Texas hates us, but...
Are you going to make yours fatter? Are you going to customize it?
I like it the way it is. I honestly do.
He's fat enough?
He's perfect.
Okay.
So I really like the figures. I don't have all of them, as you can see. I have Bro Thor. What I ended up doing was talk to Jason. I wanted 2 Iron Mans, just one to keep in the box because I really like that Iron Man armor. When I got my figures in, I was like, this seems like more than 6 figures. And I ended up getting the whole set. So I ended up having 2 Iron Men. So I was like, oh, that works out. It came with 2 Captain Americas. And I was like, well, I don't need the extra Captain America. And I had no intention of keeping Vision because I have the Vision from the 2-pack where they released from Toys R Us while those were still around. And that Vision looks so much better than this translucent Vision they gave us. So I sold those.
Hold up. You had an extra Iron Man and you didn't give it to me? You son of a bitch.
Why would I give it? I still have the extra Iron Man, and I still wouldn't give it to you.
He wants to keep it.
I wanted to keep it. I sold the Captain America
you had an extra cap that you didn't tell me about?
I did tell you, and I sold it anyway.
No, I'm just kidding.
And I sold Vision, but it was okay, because I picked up some figures that I ended up not getting. I don't have them on the table, because we had so much that was overwhelming, but I ultimately traded them for Coulson, which was great, because I never picked up Coulson before. I really like that wave. Bro Thor looks amazing. It's a really good wave. Then we move on to Walgreens exclusives.
Does he come with pizza?
No, he came with...
But we can easily remedy that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So we move on to the Walgreens figures. We ultimately got the new Black Power Rangers Lightning Collection. We got... Yeah. We... Not only is it good to finally have the Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin, but it also means it's the last figure that they'll ever use that Dragon Shield mold on.
Also, they still not. I still haven't found one in stores. We ordered these online.
They are in stores now.
Have you seen them in stores?
I haven't personally seen them, but I haven't been going to Walgreens. On Instagram, I'm seeing a lot from Texas.
Okay.
And, like Dallas. So they're starting to hit stores. Same thing with the Obi-Wan Kenobi, which we finally got. We got General Kenobi from Attack of the Clones.
I still have to get that one.
That one's pretty good. I like the head sculpt. It looks really well. I can't wait. I'm glad they're doing some prequel stuff, because while prequels weren't everybody's favorite movies.
We got some announcements on that, too.
Yeah, we got a lot of prequel stuff coming out, which I'm really excited about. So ultimately, the Walgreens collection stuff was great, but if we stick with the Power Rangers theme motif, I do have 3 out of the 4 of the next wave of Power Rangers. So I got the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, I've got Dino Charge Gold, and I have, what's the other one? Beast Morphers Blue.
Yeah.
I actually have Draken on the way. I have ordered him. He is on his way. I spent a little bit more to get them early.
If you live where a vintage stock or a
movie trading company,
you may be able to get these figures. You're going to pay a little bit more overhead for them.
Yeah, you are. So normally the figures are going to go for, they're $20 right now. They're normally $19.99. When the new tariff hits, they're going to become $21.49.
We call this.
We did. That starts next wave. But I paid $24.99 each for them, plus tax. So, I mean, I got them a little early. I like the figures ultimately. They look really good. I'm glad that I have the next set of Power Rangers. And now we can just all be sad because we don't get more Power Rangers until sometime fall next year.
I really hope that's a typo or something.
I hope so too, because we need more Power Rangers. Other stuff on the table. I managed to get a few more Star Wars collections. So we got I finally did get in the Black Series carbonized Amazon exclusive Sith Trooper and the Walmart exclusive carbonized Jet Trooper.
Sharp.
They look good. My argument still stands when it came to, I think the carbonized figures look great on Troopers because anything that's supposed to be a metallic look that ends up looking carbonized looks phenomenal. Yeah. I was wrong about the Second Sister. I don't like the way the Second Sister looks overall because of the carbonization. Still have it. It's just in a box now. But I did manage to also get the Best Buy exclusive IG-11 as of last night. So yes, I paid money for the same exact figure that we had already gotten. That's not going to stop me from doing it again.
Dumbass.
I'm happy that I have IG-11 now. I just got to go get the other new waves that have started hitting just so I can go ahead and get all of the figures before the Mandalorian hits because I am ready for the Mandalorian. Lastly... Man, your work's cut out for you with editing this time around, isn't it?
10 days. Shut up.
He wasn't yelling at you. It's a family-friendly show. We talk about adult collectibles.
No cussing.
I also got the McFarlane's Toys Fortnite Peely. I was super excited to find that one.
I'm so jealous of you got the Peely.
I'd like to point out that over the last couple of episodes that we have talked about Peely, you went from being... That's the stupidest thing in the world. You shouldn't own this.
I believe those are my exact words.
I can't believe you want this too. After I bought Peely, he was like, you didn't see an extra one out there, do you? I really want this figure.
Peely grew on me.
Peely is adorable.
Especially having him in hand now.
Yeah, Peely was awesome. It's one of those figures that Jazzwares is making both the 3/4 inch and the 6 inch. We've already talked about it before. I can't wait to get them, and I'm going to have a family of Peelys.
It is a gun-wielding effing banana, man.
Dude, so they come with pickaxes. I guess that happens in the game. I don't know.
That's to break things down in the game.
I know nothing about Fortnite.
Pickaxe.
Peely's pickaxe is a stick with a melony put on top and then shoved a machete through. It's just... And it's just so glorious. I'm like, man, I would be afraid to see this banana.
And he can nail a friggin' rifle pose, which I appreciate that.
Man, when we hit at the end of the year and we start doing our top 10 figures of the year and our opinions, Peely's going to probably be on that list. And
I haven't seen another one. Now that I want this thing, I haven't seen another one.
Yeah, it's supposedly at Target. People are starting to find it. But
I think I can get it off Amazon. So
I got it at Target. I have not seen another one since.
I haven't seen it in person yet, but it will be mine.
Lastly, the last thing I managed to pick up was the New York Comic-Con exclusive Green Lantern by Neca. I ultimately got the Green Lantern and the Predator 2-pack. I also got the Batman and the Joker Xenomorph, but I sold Xenomorph Joker and the Batman already. Yeah, I sold it.
I would have bought it.
I sold that bad boy for $90.
I would have bought it.
I didn't know that. Well, he shipped and he's already at someone else's house now.
No, he hasn't.
Gonna go home. I know we were doing this charity for this live stream for charity, but Ricardo's hurt my feelings because I thought we had something. But now, I didn't know you wanted it. But ultimately, I have a fun story about Green Lantern. Is when I got him out, the joints were really tight, and mine came out broken on the toe. When I went to go bend the leg, it broke the leg completely. And I was so sad because Green Lantern was the only one I wanted out of that entire 2-pack because it made me order the Batman stuff with it. And I was like, so I basically spent like $120 for a broken Green Lantern, and I'm really upset. So I finally got a hold of
He's
NECA.
Been broken in the real DC Comics as well. He's suffered some serious issues with his character.
But I was so sad because I wanted this figure for so long because I was really excited about it because I love the Green Lantern. He's one of my favorite characters too. So I reached out and finally got a hold of them on Instagram, and they were like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and send you a brand new Green Lantern. And after like 2 days of waiting, because they were like, we don't know if we have enough stock. And I was like, that'd be really sad. So they were like, okay, we'll send you a brand new Green Lantern. And I was like, great. And then it finally got delivered and my office didn't have it. And I was like, well, the box that it came in was huge. So there's no way that it would be in my mailbox, but I'll go check my mailbox. And inside of my mail was this tiny envelope. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they just bubble wrapped the figure. And then I opened up the figure and nope, they just sent me Green Lantern's legs. That was it. Yeah. I looked at it and went, okay. So then I had to go home and perform some surgery on my Green Lantern, and now he has good working pairs of legs. I try to be careful because I don't want it to break, But now inside of my bathroom, there's just this broken pair of Green Lantern legs that I don't know what to do with, and they're just there. That's it. That's all my pickups the last month.
Brycer, what you got? Besides your one Migos there.
Yeah. These three are awesome. Well, the only other thing on the table, obviously, is a vintage toy from the 90s. It's made by the Toy Island brand, which didn't make that many toys that I'm aware of other than a RoboCop and this.
I seem to remember this company.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all they made other than, large scale figures like this for RoboCop and Terminator. So this is one I picked up. It's about 21, 22 years old, this figure. And he's in great shape. I love it. It's in scale, actually, with the 14-inch Migos.
That's great.
Or the 12-inch vintage Migos. It's very much in scale with those because that's really why I wanted it.
Well, that gets us hyped for the new Terminator movie, too. Well, unfortunately, we haven't seen it, but apparently it's really good.
I've seen it. It's good.
So is Ricardo.
I haven't seen it. I saw the beginning part where something epic happens.
Don't acknowledge the studio audience. We're trying to shoot a professional show here.
We're professional?
Yeah, we're professional.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's what we're calling it now.
yeah, they made that RoboCop that we were trying to get working, right?
That
The one that had some corrosion.
With a battery version.
Yeah, well, they made a different RoboCop. Actually, it's taller. It's different.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that was. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yep, they did make both versions. Yeah.
Okay, that's where I heard the
Yeah. So I have a different RoboCop made by Toy Island as well that I haven't brought to the show yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned it, and that's where I remember hearing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're right.
I will say that it is okay for your side to be a little dry from the last month. It's really hard to toy hunt when you're locked in somebody's basement. So I mean,
absolutely true. I was largely unavailable and in the dark.
Probably a little damp.
It was a sad existence.
All you had to think about was third place inside of there.
I was so bitter and so cold and so lonely.
All right, so we spent 30 minutes going over new acquisitions, which is unusual. You also got Big Time Spidey over there. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Big Time Spidey. It's okay. He just showed up one day. I mean, it really wasn't that big of a find.
It looks good. Okay, so new stuff this week. There's quite a bit of a list because we were getting things right up until we started the show.
Yeah, we actually got brand new promotional shots like 30 minutes before we actually started doing the show because there's a lot of conventions that were happening. There was the London convention last week. There was Paris, and there's Luca, and there's something else going on, and they're still revealing stuff as we speak, probably. There's a few things that we wanted to go over.
Let's go over some. Well, because we always take it. Let's let Bryce inform us of some of these newest figures because some of these actually look pretty good.
I agree.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with an exclusive by Scream Factory. I had one of those on the last show we did, and this is something that is going to be shipping in January. I believe 21st. Yeah, January 21st, 2020. It is from the Scream Factory, Shout Factory. It is Slumber Party Massacre.
I cannot believe. Go.
Deluxe limited edition steelbook with exclusive action figure of Russ Thorne. So Russ,
I recognize this.
Yeah. So Russ, he has quite a few kills in this movie, which I have not seen. Actually, I have not seen this whole film, but it looks interesting. And so along with the Blu-ray, you also get a rolled lithograph. So that's going to be coming out in January. So the pre-order is up for that right now. So let's talk about FTC.
Hold up.
Yes.
I just want to say.
Yes.
Do people actually know about this just random movie in the horror genre?
If you are
it makes me so happy. No, the Slumber Party Massacre.
If you are a hardcore horror movie buff, then it's going to be something that pops up.
It was one of those movies when I kept seeing it in the video store and denied because it was a horror movie.
Right.
The cover itself was like, no, you're not getting that movie. And then I finally saw it, and it was like, other people know about this movie with the weird drill bit, the 4 girls in terror on the floor, and Mason is like, I need to know more about this movie. And it's
So you give it a thumbs up then?
for the time, yeah, because it does a lot of dark humor in this movie.
Okay.
Like originally, apparently it was supposed to be a parody, but they shot it straight. So that's why it's a bit over the top even. For it's a horror movie, what are we gonna?
Right.
And I can't believe they have made a freaking figure of this character. This was what was his Russ Thorne. Yeah, Russ Thorne.
Yeah.
Also, that name is so 80s.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Name's Russ Thorne. Like, where's the mustache and mullet that would go along with this? Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's in the wrong type of film industry too. I mean,
well, the likeness looks really good from what I can tell, and they're very good at making those figures. Yeah. So
I just can't believe this is being made. It's amazing. Go ahead.
Speaking of can't believe this is being made, I guess there's maybe history teachers who want a George Washington figure from FTC. We have at least one member of our crew who wants a George Washington. They've released other
presidential figures.
Sure, they have.
You presented them.
Yeah, this is available now.
Jason owns the Donald Trump one. I mean,
oh, is that the one he sleeps with?
Can you stop turning? You turn your head away from your mic, and I lose you on sound.
It happens.
Anyway.
Yeah. So George joins a long list of presidents that you can now have an 8-inch style retro cloth.
Where does this line end? Or do they make all the presidents, or do we just, who cares about McKinley? Come on. I know he's some people's favorite. He's not mine. Okay. McKinley's just not one of mine.
I need to hear your political propaganda right here. Okay.
Where does it end? Let me think.
If I don't get a Grover Cleveland,
right?
This just there's no point to this line. It's like not having Ram Man in the He-Man line. It's Grover Cleveland. All right, come on.
Maybe
I have to ask you to leave.
Maybe it ends with President. The president. What?
President Camacho from.
I think you need to move your mic a little bit forward because you kind of moved past it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right there. Well, maybe it ends. I hope it ends with President Linda Carter from the Supergirl TV show. That's where I hope it ends.
Actually, can we make everyone and not make one of Donald Trump just to piss him off?
Well,
man, you got to make Donald Trump.
Well, he's already been made, unfortunately.
Never mind.
Sorry.
I hate this line.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to help you with that. They've already made it.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Just look out for the impeachment accessory pack coming out soon.
Anyway, go.
I like that. Well, so yeah, I don't know how many presidents they're going to make, but I know they've made Jimmy Carter and Reagan and JFK, and what I really want is the presidential monsters line to continue, but that may be defunct. We'll visit that at another time. On to other FTC product currently available on their website is Resurrection Superman in his black and gray suit that we were hoping to see in Justice League, which we know they shot something of it. But
in Justice League, what it was a cameo thing. Like when you saw Superman go back into the Fortress of Solitude and all the suits showed up, it was there.
Right.
What's with the two different figures on this?
Well, you've got two different head sculpts.
Yeah.
So they've got the original Mego Superman head sculpt, and then they've got the updated one that FCC has done.
Same body. Okay.
Same body, same figure, just different head sculpt.
Didn't pay attention. I assumed you just sent it twice.
No, I'm like going through it.
Yeah, it's two totally different head sculpts there. Basically, it's the Super Friends head sculpt. I think is what they've got there.
Oh yeah,
well.
it's totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So they also have available a variant Poison Ivy with all green skin, different costuming.
Good head sculpt on that.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, looks pretty good. I believe that is actually the Daisy Duke variant. It's just painted differently. I believe it's the Daisy Duke from their Dukes of Hazzard line.
Crafty bitches.
Yeah, reusing, recycling.
We collect Marvel Legends, we know.
Yes. Now,
I have
upcoming.
never seen reuse in my life.
Yeah. Upcoming.
Don't look at the table.
Upcoming from FTC and super cool is from the Super Team Galactic Guardians cartoon.
What?
Yeah, the super team Galactic Guardians. This was done late about mid '80s, I should say.
You mean the Galaxy Trio?
No, I'm talking about the Super Friends Legion of Doom Darkseid.
Oh,
I'm talking about what upcoming. These are upcoming figures I'm talking about now.
Oh, okay.
From Hanna-Barbera, the Galactic Guardians. This is the figure that's being teased. They've already shown the Parademon, and now they're showing Darkseid. So you get a good look at. This is exactly how he appeared in the Galactic Guardians cartoon.
This looks pretty good, and I like this buck that it comes on too. It's a larger one.
Yep, larger body, looks great. I think it's the same body as the buff Man Bat.
That's what I was going to make the joke about. I was going to say,
Yes.
man, they should use the buff Man Bat or the Bane.
At least he's
Yep,
not,
that's
at
what
least
they're
he's
doing.
not on the show. So
Yeah, and also they've been teasing an excellent Hanna-Barbera cartoon series from the '60s, before my time. Birdman's Friends, the Galaxy Trio. I'm sorry, I should say.
That's where I got mixed up. This Gravity Girl head. Hold up, homie.
I love it.
No.
I love it.
No.
This is a reuse of Daphne from their Scooby-Doo line.
Oh yeah,
I'm almost certain. So we've got Gravity Girl, Vapor Man, and Meteor Man, and I can't wait for these. These are not available yet, but they're going to be coming soon, and these look like they leaped right off the TV.
The Vapor Man and the Meteor Man, their head sculpts look really good.
Yes,
But Gravity Girl just looks like she's on a bit of a trip of some sort there.
I think she looks great, and you know what?
It's the eyes. I don't know. The eyes are also a little lopsided. I hope this is
it's the same expression that Wasp had during the middle of Endgame, where you're standing on the rooftop, and the next thing you know, you're fighting a.
But essentially, it's Daphne's. I see the Daphne with it.
Yes.
Oh my God! It's it was in my nightmares. I don't like these eyes. Anyway.
I like them. I think they're fun. And I don't know if they're going to release Meteor Man in a taller or a larger scale, because he does have that power to grow just like Giant Man.
Probably not.
But it's possible. You never know. It would be cool. I'm hoping they also at some point release him with bigger hands. I think that'd be cool. Meteor Man. So yeah, those are going to be great. So let's see, that covers all the FTC product.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's what's coming from FTC.
You still got some more that you.
Yeah.
Oh, was there another one I missed?
You got some other entries that you put in there.
Yeah, go two above that.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah. Also from NECA is the
Nope, too high.
Too high.
All the way at the bottom.
I'm glad you reminded me. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm
Yeah.
here for, Bryce.
I've totally forgot about these.
I'm interested in these. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
these look great. So NECA has announced for spring of 2020, they're going to bring out the Rhino Predator, or Xenomorph rather, I should say.
That looks
and
good.
It looks really good. It's going to be basically, that's a throwback to the Kenner line.
Yep.
So that looks awesome. That's going to be look at the paints on that.
Oh, it looks phenomenal. I love the plastic that they're
Is
using.
there a use of translucent here? Or is
I
this
think
just
so.
paint?
It looks like translucent plastic to me.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I don't own any Xenomorphs. The brief period that I did, I sold it and had Ricardo hate me forever. But, I mean, that one looks really good.
I love the stance on it, too. It just looks like it's a... I hate Xenomorphs, like, as a child. But this doesn't look like when they come skittering at you, this is going to come charging at you.
Yeah,
And-
it looks great.
You don't kill this, it kills you, okay?
It's going to go through a wall to get to you. And I love the use of paint and plastic on that. That looks good.
I agree. Yeah, I think fans are gonna eat that up. And last but not least, and maybe saving the best for last, Creepshow. I know this airs after Halloween, but this is a great figure, great looking sculpt. The Creep from Creepshow that's currently showing on Shudder. They have season 1. They're going to come back with season 2. This NECA product that's coming in the spring. Man,
hello, boys and ghouls.
This looks
I used
great.
to love. I love those intros. Oh, like you would like. I just noticed you there.
Never watched it.
Really, you never watched Creepshow either?
Great movie.
Yeah, you should check it out.
No, I
Great
didn't.
movie. Jolting tales of horror. It's going to be great. This figure looks awesome, and I love the lantern and the comic that he's got for accessories.
I mean, yeah, it's perfect.
He looks dirty. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that cloth goods. It looks fantastic the way it looks aged.
And who's this coming from? This coming
NECA.
from NECA? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, we got a winner there. Then NECA,
NECA's been doing some good work lately.
they're solid.
Oh, they've been solid for years. Yeah, I think they're great.
All right, we kind of cover the same stuff, so let's go ahead and dive right into the
Well,
112 scale.
We'll stick with NECA first, real quick. The NECA also put out the package promotional shots for the new Terminator Dark Fate figures.
These figures should be out already.
They should be. They were supposed to come out in October. NECA officially told me that they're coming out in November, which I mean is today. So hopefully we get them soon. But they gave us some package shots, so I now know what to look for when I'm going into the NECA section of any store now, because now they're in Walmart's, not just Target. And they look good. I really am excited. I'm going to pick up both Sarah Connor and the T800. It's just phenomenal. I can't wait to get those.
Granddaddy T800.
Nah, go watch Dark Fate.
Let's go watch Pops. So,
No, go watch Dark Fate.
but man, there were a lot of reveals over the course of the last few days, just in
Last
general.
hours.
I guess we could go with let's start before Marvel Legends. Jazzwares finally decided to reveal its last figure in Series 2, which is Valkyrie for the Fortnite figures. I collect those in particular, but Series 2 has been out for a while, like over a month, and then I finally got Abstract through Amazon like a couple weeks ago, and she's on the back of the box, but then they're like, oh, we're gonna finally reveal her actual photos, and she looks great. One of the cool things I love about it is she's a female figure with the male figure articulation. She's got double jointed elbows, all of the same things. It looks phenomenal. I'm really excited
Look
about
at
it.
that axe.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's got a giant axe. It's coming with dragon back bling. It's going to come with a eaten piece of cake. I mean, that'll go straight to Thor. It's just like, it looks good. I'm really excited for this Valkyrie. I'm going
I gotta stay away from these figures, man.
Why do you think I haven't brought any of the Jazzware figures up for you? Because if you've gotten a chance to play with them, because remember, Jazzware.
I bought one for my kid.
Jazzwares is made by the same company that did Toy Biz figures back in the day. So that's why they have like the toy articulation and everything. Most of the people that did the sculpt for those are back for doing stuff for Jazzwares. We also got some additional scans for the Mafex Spider-Man Far From Home figure, which looks phenomenal. I own like one Mafex. I should have one more on its way eventually. I don't remember what I ordered. But this Spider-Man looks good. I was looking out for this SH Figure Arts one, but now I may just not get that one and get this Mafex one because the proportions look eerily accurate to the movie. Like the same thing with the spider, the way that everything looks. I may get that one just because it looks that good. So I'm quite excited about that. If we stick away from any of the new reveals, we can go to Figma. I like Figma figures to an extent. I personally haven't gotten...
From a distance after you see the price tag on them?
No, so I like Figma, and there's certain ones that I'm willing to get. Like, I'm glad that they're re-releasing the My Hero Academia figure, Deku. So we're getting Izuku Midoriya again. They already announced that they were going to do Bakugo, which I can't wait to get. But then Figma went ahead and posted 3 pictures saying that they're officially continuing the line, which I thought McFarlane was going to be the one that was going to give us all of the new stuff, and which I was fine with because I love McFarlane. But then Figma said, hey, so we're also going to make Uraraka, we're going to make Todoroki, and we're going to make Kirishima. And that makes me super excited because now I have to own all the My Hero Academia figures as well, and I own a lot of My Hero Academia stuff. So there goes part of my wallet. We also got to Plunderlings. Plunderlings hit its goal. Plunderlings went above and beyond its goal.
Wow.
We actually got to a point where they even teased us what more stuff is on its way. So we got to look at the Fawn pack, which is going to give us Grotto and Rain. And they look good. I like that they changed up the feet so that way they have like hooves instead of the actual articulation for the other plunderlings. I think they look really good. I really am excited to own them. They have them in pink and they have it in like this teal blue color, like seafoam green, and I think it looks really good. I'm also really excited because if you were a backer for plunderlings, they've already sent out the email to allow you to pick your plunderlings, and then if you didn't, even if you backed them and only got one, you can now go back onto their site, order more. So
nice.
in cases of where we only picked 4, if I wanted to go out and get 2 more, I could just go in there and pay $30 for a plunderling and get an additional plunderling and the accessories. So if you thought you missed out on plunderlings, you still have an opportunity. You just can't get the exclusive, which was like Gurgle, I think is what it was, which is one of the ones I ordered. So I'm excited for that.
Good.
If we go to Mezco, you can't order it anymore. You have to be on the wait list, but they gave us promotional pictures for Black Bolt and Lockjaw. And
I just want the Lockjaw.
The Lockjaw looks good. So it's what, $130 total for the 2-pack
yeah,
itself?
and I'm buying it for a dog.
So
I'll cover that Black Bolt figure.
It's not bad. Most Mezco figures run roughly about $80. So if you count the fact that you'd be getting Black Bolt for $80, you're only paying $50 for Lockjaw. So you're getting both figures for $130, which I think is a decent price. I didn't order it because I don't have enough room for all of that stuff. And while Lockjaw looks amazing, I'm just going to hope one day Marvel Legends gives it to us. But it won't look nearly as good as Mezco's Lockjaw. I mean, that guy looks amazing. That Black Bolt looks amazing. Black Bolt, they did a really good job on his costume on making it both like classic costume while giving it like that modern Mezco twist that they like to do a lot.
Yeah, Lockjaw, I would love to have that, even though I don't normally collect Mezco.
Hear that they're gonna bring back? They might be doing Black Bolt in Miss Marvel. It'd be pretty cool.
I don't know.
Yeah. Other stuff that we finally got. We got more Marvel Legends that were ultimately revealed, and we got more Star Wars that were ultimately revealed. With Marvel Legends, we found out that they are going to keep the Gamerverse line going. I know that in January, Spider-Man, we're getting 2 more of the Gamerverse line from like 2 of the suits from Spider-Man PS4. But they're also going to be doing Iron Man from the new Avengers game as well. And it looks okay. It looks like Iron Man. I mean, that's basically all it is. I'm going to get it ultimately because I'm going to keep collecting the Iron Man armors, but it makes me a little nervous about some of the other figures that they would be getting, because if we're going to get more from the Avengers line, does that mean we're going to get like the classic costumes that they showed us in that trailer? Because all those costumes looked awful. But, I mean, I'll own them in figure form. Marvel basically just has my wallet and then tugs it a little bit, and I give them everything inside.
Hey, it's time. Hey, it's time.
Yeah. October, it was a really expensive month. Say bye to your savings. And I did. It just went bye-bye. But we ultimately did get some new reveals. Jason, do you want to talk about X-Men?
I do. Let's see. What do we got here? So we did today get the full lineup for the Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse line.
All but the Build-A-Figure.
All but the Build-A-Figure, which I'm calling it right now, it's Sabretooth. It's Sabretooth. So figures in this line, we're going to get AOA Jean Grey. I love the look on this figure.
It looks phenomenal. And we finally got the promotional shot right before we started filming.
We're getting Dark Beast, which... he's there, not my favorite character, but he is essential in the AOA storyline, so yeah, bring it on.
I never read AOA. One of my buddies did. He loved it, but I think Dark Beast looks really cool. It's just, they're going to be on a separate part of a shelf. That's what it is, but I'm going to be collecting all of those as well. So
we also already knew we were getting Morph and Wolverine in that line as well.
We also knew about X-Men.
And X-Men, which one of my favorite and kind of... not as talked about characters, and we're also getting the Sunfire, where he's all burned up. I know this figure was done very well in Toy Biz, but I really want to see what Hasbro's going to do with it.
See, the problem with Toy Biz is a lot of the Toy Biz figures didn't hold up, so people who didn't have that Sunfire back in Toy Biz can now have the opportunity to get this one, which is great, because even if you had the older Sunfire, now you can get an updated version if yours isn't holding up.
Is that everybody out of AOA?
Wild Child.
And Wild Child. That's why I say it's going to be a Sabretooth Build-A-Figure, because in that comic, basically, Wild Child, they had put him in a cell with Sabretooth, and they thought they were going to rip each other apart. Instead, he came out pretty much, he tamed Wild Child, and he keeps him on a chain like a dog, which sounds horrible, but better than where he was. It's kind of like, from his life was crap, so his mind is pretty much gone. But anyway,
I think you're right, because if you look at the Wild Child promotional photo that we actually got, it's still got the chain going from behind. They have the chain attached, which makes me think that they're just going to have an alternate hand for Sabretooth, the whole Wild Child.
Give me your money.
Yeah. But this also brings up an interesting point for the Build-A-Figures coming out for that year, because I'm about to discuss the other ones. But we recently also got the Build-A-Figure for both the Fantastic Four wave, and we got the Build-A-Figure for the new Spider-Man wave. That Spider-Man wave, we already knew exactly what we were getting from that wave. It's, 2 Spider-Mans from the PS4. We're getting Vulture with an alternate head.
I did not want those figures, and they're forcing me to buy them. I hate you.
I wanted them, so I'm okay. But we're getting Vulture with an alternate head.
Well, damn you and Hasbro.
We're getting White Rabbit.
List of figures I never thought I'd ever see.
Shang-Chi.
And he comes with all of the hands.
It was really funny because when they announced Shang-Chi, they said we were going to shove as many Kung Fu hands as we could in that box. There's barely any blank space in that box. He's coming with 10 alternate hands. Or 5 alternate hands, I think is what it is.
5 pair.
Yeah, there we go. Pair of 5. So Shang-Chi, and then I think there's one more. I think I'm forgetting. I don't remember what it was. But point is that Superior Spider-Man is what it is. Like Superior Doc Ock. I'm sorry, but we did find out that the Build-A-Figure was going to be Demo Goblin. A while back, people thought Demo Goblin was going to be his own single carded release, but now
He should be.
We're going to talk about that here in a second.
We'll get to it.
But then we also found out the rest of the Fantastic Four wave. We already knew that we were getting a brand new Mr. Fantastic, Thing, Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm instead of the Human Torch. I mean, I know they're the same people, but last time we had that Walgreens exclusive Human Torch.
Yeah.
Now we're just getting plain old, the plain old Buck for.
I'm excited
Johnny.
about this line, by the way. I like this line.
I'm going to own it.
And She-Hulk. The She-Hulk is awesome.
Dr. Doom is my go-to in that line there.
He looks amazing.
He looks great.
Absolutely.
I'm upset because I had bought all of the other ones to begin with, but at the same time, I mean, like I said, they tugged on the wallet, and I just go ahead and say, yeah, I'll take the same ones.
They changed up enough. I'm fine with it.
So Thing is a different head sculpt. Yeah.
Thing is a different head sculpt.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're the same colors, because if you picked up the original Thing, if they match the same, you could just swap out all 3 heads with different figures.
And you had a hold of that Thing figure. You thought it was great.
I thought it. Yeah.
I love my Thing figure.
That's still this year, right? For Thing, it was early in the year, right?
Maybe, I don't remember.
It's a good one. It should be in my top 10 list.
It's honestly a really good figure. I love that figure. But then we also found out that the Build-A-Figure was going to be the Super Skrull. We had heard rumors a while back that Super Skrull was going to be a part of the Walgreens exclusive line that they had been doing.
But
nope. But that comes back to the original. So the Super Skrull itself is a plain figure as well, but it also comes with the alternate hands or arms, so that way you can change up the features.
Right.
But that means that we now have 3 potential Build-A-Figures, 2 that we have confirmed, and we have our guess. But they're all smaller, and that was always my biggest complaint with some of Marvel Legends, is like when they gave me Okoye for the Build-A-Figure and they gave me Mantis for the Build-A-Figure. It's just they were so small. They didn't deserve to be Build-A-Figures. They deserved to be their own single carded release. That being said, I understand why they did it. They're trying to save money on their side, because if you keep making these big, bulky, actually like Build-A-Figures, that's a lot more money that you have to invest. And it looks like we're getting a lot of Marvel Legends waves, especially with the new MCU stuff coming out. With Black Widow, with Bucky and the Winter Soldier, or it's the same person, Falcon and Winter Soldier, all of that stuff's going to end up having Marvel Legends based off of those lines. So if you kept making big, bulky figures, you'd eventually run out. But moreover, it's going to be more money on their side. So, and then with Kevin Feige being announced to have 3 to 4 MCU movies a year, I can see them wanting to cut down costs, especially if they're going to make figures based off of those characters.
Right.
I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
Yeah, I don't think they should be smaller. I have a problem with that.
Yeah. We did get a look at some of the other stuff for Marvel Legends. We got a look at the official plastic form of Strong Guy from the officially now called Deadpool wave.
See, this is why I need a Rain Sinclair. I don't care about that Rain from the Walgreens pack. Give me an X Factor Rain. Now, with tail. And in that suit, because I want that X Factor aesthetic. We have everybody except for Rain now. I've got Quicksilver, Havoc. I need Give me Rain.
You need the whole team.
I need that 90s team. Don't mess with me on this, Hasbro.
Right.
It's on its way.
It have consequences and repercussions.
So we got that look at Strong Guy, which is great. I honestly am looking forward to that figure. Now that I have a list of because we rank our Build-A-Figures as well. We'll do an episode about that as well. But Strong Guy looks great, and he's a big bulky figure, so that's one of the ones I'm really looking forward to because he's a big and bulky figure. But we also got some looks at some other figures. So we are getting a new classic Winter Soldier, and we are getting Spy Master, who I didn't know about until they announced him. So
this is right up there with White Rabbit for me. Like, what? Why?
We're also getting an updated Crossbones comic book figure. My big thing of why they announced it this way is because, and I'm putting in my guesses now, they are a part of the new MCU Black Widow Marvel Legends wave. It makes total sense because my guess for the MCU Black Widow wave is that we're getting 2 Black Widows, one in her new black costume, one in her white costume. One of them won't be with a Build-A-Figure piece. I think that we're going to get obviously an MCU Taskmaster. The other Black Widow character, I don't know what her name is, but I think it's like Anna or something like that. I think we're going to get her. And then it would make sense that we would get Crossbones, Spy Master, and then Winter Soldier, because those kind of fit in that theme, and we always get like half of the wave ends up being comic book figures, and I think the Build-A-Figure will probably be the MCU Red Guardian. So I think that makes sense in my mind. So
a character we know is in the movie. So
yeah, so I think that makes sense, and if that's the wave, I'm okay with that as a wave, especially like an MCU wave. But we also got some other new announcements when it came to these conventions. If we could stray away from Marvel, now we head over to Star Wars. Do you want to talk about Star Wars a little bit?
Some of the stuff that we saw early in the week, we're getting Kit Fisto, one of the Jedi Council members, and Plo Koon, which also
cannot be more excited about them.
And then it was announced we're also getting the Count Dooku figure. Now,
today.
If they do more of a Jedi Sith wave, I'd be happy with that. I'm not happy with the cloth goods that are on this Plo Koon figure. That better be like just something temporary. And
yeah, it looks garbage.
It looks like garbage. I don't need it. I'll just throw it. I'm like you.
Yeah,
I'll just
if that's the way it comes, I'm going to take off the cloth goods and I'm going to just have him in his Jedi robes. That's just the way it's going to look. They actually already have the rumored list. I think it leaked already for what that potential wave is going to be.
Well, let me finish up the other ones in that wave.
Yeah.
Because we're also getting not Revenge of the Sith.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Anakin. My favorite versions of Obi-Wan and Anakin.
They're the exact same body molds as the last ones we got, but new heads, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm okay with. They wore the same robes. They can get away with it this time. I'm going to let it slide.
Yeah. They changed the colors on them, though.
I do like this Knights of Ren figure that we're seeing.
I'm excited.
Is it too late to get us all of the Knights of Ren now? Because this is the first one we've gotten.
We've never seen the Knights of Ren, though.
We saw them in the rain.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we saw them in the rain. But I'm just glad that we're finally getting the Knights of Ren in general. So I'm happy about it. We talked about this a little bit before the show. The knees look weird.
This is true.
The knees look really weird. I get what they're doing, though. It's an armored figure, so at the same time, it doesn't really matter. But do we need all of the figures to have super amazing articulation on the legs if it costs what it looks like when they bend them?
So, okay. Well, that was the Star Wars, I think.
There's one more.
Oh, who's the other one?
I don't remember her name. We sent the picture, but she's from the new movie as well.
Oh, Bliss something. I can't remember.
Like Zora Bliss?
Zora Bliss, that's it. And I like the helmet on this character, but I think I want a helmetless version.
I would too. She might come with one. I mean, sometimes you get head swaps. I mean, we got one with Anakin.
And I noticed for one of the Lego sets, she's getting a Y-wing, which is going to be like her personal vehicle. And I love Star Wars. I love these pistols that she comes with. They look like old school kind of musket pistols.
Yeah, they do.
But very elegant. And also, she is nailing that shooting pose there.
Oh, yeah.
The dual holsters. I like this figure.
I'm excited for the new Star Wars stuff. I'm really happy that we're getting Star Wars figures in general. Just, I love Star Wars, so I'm ready to have more of those figures. Even the stuff that was supposed to come out in December started hitting like Walmarts and Targets. So we got to take a look out because I think right now hitting is the C-3PO, which is supposed to come out, I want to say today, actually.
Is that an exclusive?
Target.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Target exclusive C3PO. I didn't even think about it. We need to go look for it because it comes with a little tiny droid bot that came on. Yeah.
Really?
So we got to find that one. I know we're getting the other 4 because a lot of the new wave has a lot of repeats in it. So, but the new figures that we need to get are like Wedge, Ceremony Luke.
And I've seen them.
Yeah, you
Movie
saw
Trading Company. Same
just,
place that got it ahead on these Power Ranger figures.
Yeah. So, but apparently they're starting to hit like Walmarts and stuff like that.
Which
and I would rather
these. Well, we're getting into Power Rangers, but I'm kind of like, what? Because we literally saw these promo pics one day before the figures popped up in Vintage Stock and Movie Trading Company. Where was the pre-promotion on these?
They did. We already knew about them. They were already leaked, and we're going to talk about that in a second.
We didn't get official shots.
We didn't get official shots, but we knew what that line was going to be. And then somebody had them in hand way early on, and I posted it. You actually gave me those pictures of somebody was like, "Hey, look, these are confirmed. I'm holding them," and we were like, "Oh, cool." Then they gave us the promotional shots, and then we went to go film Anime TV. And I went and stopped at a movie trading company right beforehand and got 3 of the figures.
I even called him out when he got here. I was like, he stopped to get, he was looking for toys. He was like, no, I found toys. Like, showed me up.
So, but I'm really excited about those because, you know, I have Lord Draken on the way. I really like the Power Rangers. I've done a complete like 180 since we started this where I was like, I only want Mighty Morphin. And now, because of Jason, I own them all and have paid extra to get them.
Figs.
They're awesome figures. You sold all of your Figmas just to make room for them.
SH Figure Arts.
I'm sorry. But while at this convention as well, we did finally get a new look at 2 of the other figures in Wave 3. We knew that we were going to get Zeo Blue. We are getting Beast Morphers Blaze. And now we also are getting the SPD Red Ranger.
My favorite suits. Those are my favorite suits out of all of Super Sentai and Power Rangers. I'm so happy bring this on.
We got the SPD Shadow Ranger first wave with Anubis.
Yep.
But we also know what the 4th character in that wave is supposed to be because of that leaked list. We are getting the Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger, so we're getting Trini, which I'm very excited about.
Tui Trang, we miss you still.
I know that Wave 5 still hasn't been announced, obviously, but based off the list, we know 3 of them. It's going to be Mighty Morphin Blue, Time Ranger Red, and Ranger Slayer.
That's Kimberly in the comic books. So they're expanding past the television shows and actually going into comic properties now, which
great.
I appreciate that. I'm surprised Cora didn't like yelp just a little bit on Mighty Morphin Blue.
Huh?
We're getting a Mighty Morphin Blue figure. So she didn't hear us.
He's coming in Wave 5.
Can they finally... Look, I've had legacy ones. I've had the figure arts. Can they finally do Billy's staff weapon right?
If they give him one.
With a bow staff, a long bow staff, and then it splits into the 2.
Well,
please.
See, we're getting more accessories with the figures the longer we go. I mean, we talked about this with the new Blue Rangers being more for outside of the camera. When we opened it up, it came with an additional accessory just for him in his hand. Like you got a fist for him, and then it was a power effect because of his gorilla strength.
Yeah, like an energy effect, like in pound,
Cool.
like he beats the ground. So, and with the Rocky figure, we're not sidearms. We're getting his signature weapon, both of his signature weapons, because they had a sword, and a blaster, and then he's got his 2 axes. These are really good, man.
It's almost as if because Hasbro knows that the tariffs are going up because of it, they're trying to make it worth the extra dollar.
Well, also, this was a missed opportunity with the Legacy line. They did not do this. And they are definitely learning from that huge thing that everybody hated, which awesome on Hasbro.
I got rid of most of my Legacy figures. The only ones that I still have are my incomplete Dino Thunder Rangers. I have black, red, and blue. I actually brought black by mistake, thinking that I was grabbing this one.
Yeah, it's in the box.
Yeah, it's over there. But I accidentally grabbed the black one. I love the Dino Thunder Rangers to begin with, but, you know, I'm just hoping that this line keeps going to the point where we just keep finally completing, because Jason will be really sad if they stop at Wave 7 and we still haven't completed any wave.
Oh, if another company fails to give me full Power Rangers, I'm going to burn it down to the ground.
But that's all I have for news. Jason,
right.
You finish it up.
Okay, I need
Arsonist.
one of our guests in the audience, Rick, can you come over here for a second? Because I am talking about wrestling figures.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold up.
Excuse me.
Come, and you'll be over here next. But Boss Fight Studios, they made the Bucky O'Hare line that I like so much. But they are making a Legends of Luchador's line.
Yeah,
Folding chair.
And the first two are going to be Phoenix
Zero.
and Pentagon.
Zero.
But we got to do it at the same time. All right?
Ready?
Cero Miedo. Which means zero fear. That he comes with the hands to do his signature poses. The Pentagon and Phoenix figures look fantastic. And also they come with an accessory pack of breakaway tables, chairs. There's a common sickle in there and a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. I'm getting all of these. And honestly, I want this company to make AEW's figures as well.
I want them to make El Santo and give me the.
They're making Conan.
Okay.
They're making Silver King.
Okay, rest in peace.
So they're making a lot of Legends of Luchador line. So
Now,
I'm excited about
Man,
this.
I will say that the wrestling figures, the company, behind wrestlers, they're actually they're expanding the license and giving them to more toy companies. So we're getting more of them. They announced it for Super 7 as well. So Super 7 is going to also give us wrestling figures as well.
Nice. See, I want like Blue Demon.
We're getting Blue Demon Jr.
And esa Tinieblas, ahí está. I'm sorry, I'm speaking in Spanish. So my dad grew up with all these wrestlers, and if I could get these for my dad, he would absolutely love them. Like when he was a kid, he would actually walk with the wrestlers to the ring, and when they will take off their capes and stuff, they will give it to my dad, and my dad would run them back to the back, and then go out and sit ringside and watch the wrestlers do their thing.
So this is actually what's the word I'm looking for? Two companies, Boss Fight and
Super 7, isn't it? No, Super 7's doing.
No, it's Boss Fight Studios is making these. But I'm trying to get to the other ones that are announced in the line. But I know we're getting Silver King. I'll have to go through the rest of them.
Give me a Rayo de Jalisco. Give me that guy.
And I know we're getting Conan when he was back in his mask days. But the other line, so these look super posable. Love these. I love luchador wrestling. But Cora, if you could just come over here for a second, because also not to be outdone, New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced their line of action figures to go along with this. And one of the first ones is going to be Kazuchika Okada. Oh, the money man himself. They will. The first line will actually come with belts. Okada, he's going to come with two different heads and his coat. But the thing is, he's going to come. He has very elaborate coats to the ring.
Yeah, he does.
We're going to get different ones. So I'm so excited about this. The other figures.
The head sculpt on it is
looks so much like it.
I want the stack of cash, please.
We're also getting
right.
Tomohiro Ishii, a legend in the business. He looks great. Two different head sculpts as well. A folding belt. He comes with a heavyweight belt. We are getting Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace. He also has his belt, two different heads, and he has the guitar.
So,
hold up, one more. And the aerial assassin himself, Will Ospreay, very good British wrestler. He's going to come with the juniors trophy as well. These are long. Yeah, these are a long time coming.
So this particular line is also, I want to say they teamed up with Super 7 for this one because we knew about the fact that Super 7 was going to alternate between their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. They were alternating between what other lines were they announced? The Thundercats.
Yeah.
There was one more line I cannot remember, but people didn't know if they were alternating every quarter. It turns out it's going to be wrestlers. So not only are that you getting those particular wrestlers, they're going to keep making more and alternate them, so you don't have to keep. You get to wait.
I'm so ready. I don't. Go ahead.
I need these to pose with my.
You just want that Okada thing.
I mean, yes.
You know what I want? Sorry, go ahead.
I want the Okada figure, so I can pose them with my Nakamura figure.
Yeah, my only thing with this is with AEW, I want them to make some action figures of their wrestlers too. But I hope that Boss Fight gets the license for AEW because these are going to be in the 6-inch scale, and that's 112. Give me. Anyway, let me move on because I do have some other stuff to get to before I close out. So last 2 weekends ago, no, it was last weekend actually. They had TFCon, and a lot of Hasbro doesn't attend this one, but a lot of the third-party companies showed off their offerings for the year. Now, I don't get all the third-party stuff out there just because there's too much to get. But a couple of high points on that, we are getting a War Within Optimus Prime, which I'm very excited about. Let me get to my list here. I put them all in there. He's going to come with the trailer. let me see what else we got. We're getting who is this? Zhangjiang. They're making a Beast Wars Transmetal Megatron. But I need to get something for a visual reference because now I move into Fans Toys, a company that I really like. They are doing they call it an Athena MB-13. It's actually an Athena figure. They were little headmasters that could get inside vehicles and drive them. But the heads were actually piloted by humans, and it looks like they're going to give me that whole line, I hope. But then moving into Fans Toys, we're getting an Astro Train, and I need a visual reference for something as I go to my shelf.
I know. I'm going to use this opportunity to make some plastic crunching noises.
I'm going to hand this to Bryce.
All right.
Will you give that to Bryce? Bryce, that is...
Thank you.
This is Fans Toys Hoodlum, or their take on a hot rod. The reason I pull this down because they use this as a direct visual reference. If you go to my pictures, you'll see that Fans Toys is making a Fortress Maximus figure. They're the ones that made that large Omega Supreme up there.
Right.
But there
he is.
That is the scale that this Fortress Maximus will be.
Wow.
You are holding the exact same figure that is pictured there, so teeny tiny over there.
Wow.
He's right here.
I can't get that on. and I have some problems now. That is not 4 feet of space.
No, it is not.
It is a 48-inch tall figure. That is not 4 feet.
Where are you going to put it?
I don't know, but I'm getting it.
Let me guess. Now, from now on, the Super Cool Nerd Show will only seat 3 people.
This could be a cast member.
Exactly.
My daughter isn't as big as this figure, I don't think. But
we made this joke prior to this because once we found out that this was announced, the first thing you said is, so this third-party company found out that people had $600 to spend.
I went to the meme of the guy that's looking behind the tree and he's got his hands like looking like that. And somebody put up a meme. Third-party companies, when they find out Transformer collectors have $600 worth of disposable income, which I'm pretty sure they saw me. But right. Yeah, you can put that down now. You don't have to keep holding it up. But dude, that is the scale to which that is the figure you see in that picture compared to their Fortress Maximus.
The weapon's so much bigger than it too.
It's crazy.
Like, I could literally stab somebody with the sword.
There's legitimately not a spot in this studio. We have, because of the fact that we're doing the live stream, we actually have all the cameras showing the studio right now.
What if y'all will go before this figure goes?
You fired me once before.
If I have to decide between one of you and Fortress Maximus, I'm sorry. I love y'all, but these are Transformers.
I picture him with this strapped in the front seat with a seatbelt, and he's going to be using.
I hit the mic.
He's going to be using.
Oh, I thought he broke something. I was like, what?
No.
I don't care about the mics. Don't break toys.
Especially not that one.
You're gonna be using this to enable you to get in the ride sharing lane, aren't you?
That's how I'm going to justify the purchase.
You're going to be that guy that uses that has to push the stroller again, and when people go to look at the baby, it's just a Transformer.
This is the one I don't tell my wife I'm buying. So anyway, okay, really excited.
Write
about
that
this.
down for the sketches.
So that pretty much covers. There are some. Last one, Storm Collectibles is making Golden Axe figures. If you remember that old arcade game. I do like these.
Yeah, I have the T-shirt.
I like the rideable fire-breathing lizards in there. And these are classic. I know there's going to be 3 of them. I might get these. I don't get anything Storm Collectibles, but these look really good. So that I was on this high from the Fortress Maximus and then brought myself back down with this. But the Axe Battler looks good. Yeah, we already talked about it. But I did want to say, I know we covered it briefly. Congratulations to the Plunderlings guys for making their Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't be more hyped for them. I've talked to them before. Like, we've been in communication with them for quite a while now. We've been talking to them. They gave us insight of things that were coming out. They still have things to tease. They still have a lot of stuff that's coming. Like I said, Plunderlings, we're very proud to help them out.
Yeah, I'm glad to have done anything I could. But
they're
I'm also glad I'm getting my Plunderlings.
Yeah, I'm glad that the Plunderlings are on its way. I have reached out to them to see if they want to come and talk about Plunderlings on the show. I don't think that they're opposed to that. It's just we'll get to them when we get them.
Good.
Now they got to deliver on the product. But while we did point out one Kickstarter, I would like to point out another one that I have backed. It is Action Force 112 scale military action figures. The Valiverse, they're making these premium action figures. They have 15 days to go. They are at $76,000 and $76,711. They need $99,000 to make this figure line happen. They have tried before, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. I think they're doing a better presentation this time around. I've included some pictures of the figures at the bottom of the page, including some of the articulation you can find on these figures, and it looks really good. I have backed them, I think, at the 4-figure level, but I kind of like these for some reason.
They're humanoid figures that you can get to go with just about any line. They're 6-inch style. They look a little cartoony, but some of them, they actually do look good. They have a lot coming down the line. I like the one where the guy's wearing basically like a skull, but I didn't personally back them because they're not the type of figures that appeal to me, but I think that ultimately it is a cool Kickstarter. I do think that they deserve that support. So we think people should go and back that Kickstarter.
Looking at the articulation on the figures too, I love the breakdown that shows everything that's articulated on them. I'm interested. I'm not interested. I have backed them, and I hope that when we come back here in 15 days to do this show, 14 days, they'll have passed their goal and maybe added some more onto it. If you want to back them, I'm going to put a link down in the description below, but you can find them at Kickstarter, Action Force Valiverse. They also have a website that you can go to. I'm going to include all that information, but if you find it in your heart, and maybe you want some cool looking action figures, maybe go over and support these guys. I know I am.
Do you think these are customizable more so than, say, Marvel Legends?
Oh, absolutely. They come with like interchangeable body armor.
Yeah.
And different weapons packs. I'm really interested in the weapon packs.
Yeah, so I would think Marvel Legends fans would want something like this.
It just doesn't appeal to me personally, but like I said,
for customizable reasons.
For customizable ppurposes, yeah, but I'm not a huge, I customize some things, and yeah, I've done a lot of customizations before, but it was just one of those things where I would be nervous to personally try to customize those, just because, especially with it's a Kickstarter, when it's something with Marvel Legends, I could just go out and buy another one if I mess up. Right. But with something like these that are a Kickstarter, it's just, I'd be more nervous. But there are also 1,000-time people that are better than I am when it comes to customization. And we've talked about them before in our shout out segments. So,
right.
Which, as we get to the end of this show, we need to go ahead and do those shout outs. Near who you got this week, man?
I am giving a shout out to a guy. This is named LCMK2. That is his entire Instagram name. But he does a lot of good like photos. He does customizations. I think he does a really good job when it comes to his photography. It's simple. It does really well, in my opinion. He does also make additional things that you can sell, that he sells as well. Like he made some additional Iceman parts that you could put onto your Iceman. So I think his photography is really good. I've been following him for a while. I think he deserves some love.
Yeah, I'm checking him out now. I like it. My shout out this week is going to be to at the Valiverse. They also have an Instagram page. They've been updating. Go over there. They have a link to the Kickstarter. So yeah, in my shout outs, go over and check them out at the Valiverse, and yeah, back these guys.
I would like to tell you who my
do I need to talk more about the Valiverse while you do that?
I would like to tell you, yes. Can you for a moment?
I could, but
try to find mine.
I could also go ahead and point out that we are in the middle of a 24-hour Extra Life stream. We are raising money for children's health in Dallas through the Children's Miracle Network. If you want to go and donate, I can go ahead and put that in the description. Well, if you go to extralife.org, search for Team Super Cool Nerd Show, you will find the cast members that have signed up. I am in the lead. Cora is in second place, and Rick is in third. So I am the winning guy so far. I think after the stream we're gonna go ahead and tally up. But if you can find it, it is a competition for us, but it is something that we are donating to kids. And granted, we're not putting in our own money just yet. I plan to make a donation myself after it's tallied, so we don't sway the contest. But yeah, if you got a couple of bucks, please, extralife.org, Team Super Cool Nerd Show, find us down there. And $5, $10, whatever you have, thank you for your donation. We appreciate it. And those who have already donated, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate you helping out kids.
Absolutely. Going to a good cause. I'd like to do an Instagram shout out to RDA Monte Art. It's RDAMANTE_art.
Make sure you send me that link so I can get them up.
Yes. Does fantastic custom work, painting, rerouting of hair. So I can't say enough nice things about this person's ability to
That's somehow I never
customize. So yeah, definitely enjoying following this individual. Never met them, but fantastic work.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think that is our show. Thank you guys out there for joining us. Hang on a second. There's something I normally do on here. I start the music up. So, yeah. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Alternate Heads, the Toy Talking Podcast. Guys, I know we ran a little bit long. I know we weren't here last week, but hey, we want to give you guys a good show. As always, you can follow us on our individual pages as well at JasonTheX on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram at the Near Plasma.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Bryce Culver. Also, Trapdoor Toys on Instagram.
Also, follow the Instagram page for Alternate Heads Podcast.
It is, it's exactly Alternate Heads Podcast.
Thank you, go. And of course, SCNS Live for all of our shows. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And as always, stop and smell the plastic. Catch you guys later.
Retro cloth, baby.
6 inch for life.
Dude,
That didn't sound good.
as we're... Shut it down.